out there, welcome to my channel. I'm John, and this is an impromptu video and a video response to my friend the knife beater, my knife buddy, so to speak. He made a video about his safe queens, and well, safe queen is sort of a filthy or a little bit dirty word in, I don't know another English expression, but it is a bit of a dirty word in the knife community. Not many people will admit that they have safe queens, and even if they tell you they have, then also tell you that they probably used the knife or their safe queen a little bit. And following that tradition, yeah, I have a few knives that I don't really intend to use for pry bars or for any hard work or batoning in the forests. I have carried most of my knives, but there are some I sort of care more about than others. Of course, I have about 150 knives, so I have knives that I can beat the crap out of. I don't need to destroy my most expensive or my most prized knives. But he also had some other choices, like sentimental value and so on, knives that he would never sell. And following that, I have a few safe queens for one or another reason, and let's go into it. The first one is actually my first expensive knife. It is a WE 710, which is also known as a straight up, and this was my first expensive knife. I was at that time I was sort of buying knives between 20 and 40 maybe dollars, and I wanted to try something different, so I got this, and I got it at a good deal, and it was normally I think it would be around 250 euro at that time, but I got it much cheaper, and I got it from my friend Henk, which is a knife buddy in Holland or the Netherlands, and he is not very active anymore, at least on YouTube, but he used to be. So that was one I carried a little bit, but not too much. I just enjoy it very much. I think it's a very, very pretty knife with a lot of little nice details, as you can appreciate a little bit here. M390 and titanium steel. Very, very nice knife. That's the first one. I'll see if I can keep it in the frame. Oh, maybe I'll just close it. So. And second one, we might as well stay in the WEs. This is the WE 605. It looks a lot more pink actually in this light. I'm afraid it's, but it is a sort of a purple color. Very, very nice knife, and though it looks very artsy, so to speak, it is actually surprisingly nice for a carry, and I have actually been carrying a little bit for everyday carry, not, as I said, not to go to the forest or baton rocks or anything, but just as an everyday carry, and it is an extremely nice knife. It has that nice sound, both opening and closing. Yeah, WE 605. Then I usually got this one, the Kaiser Yamakasa. I haven't even made a review of this yet, but I so like this. It's not. I so like this black coated blade, and it has a lot of details. The grippiness is extreme. I was actually thinking this might be very nice for gloves, because this pattern in the handle is extremely coarse and actually a bit hurtful for your hands, but it would fit so nice with gloves. So perhaps when eventually winter comes, I might use it a little bit. Still, I also want to keep it more or less pristine, and just because it's an expensive knife and I like the looks of it. Very nice action also. So and a lot of nice details. Let's keep them together, and let's pick this one, the Kaiser Dukes, which is not the most expensive of knives. I think it's around $60 to $80. Might be more, might be less. It's getting to be an old knife. This is sort of representing all the knives that I got gifted from different people who enjoyed my channel, and it was so nice to get me started, and this is definitely one of the best ones, but I appreciate each and every one of the knives I got from different people, and I still remember that's knives I would never part with. Apart from that, the Dukes is an extremely nice knife. I do enjoy that action so much. As you can see, it's so snappy, and I just keep it relatively pristine, but I still carry it for finer tasks, and when I know I don't have to baton the shit out of it. So this, as I said, represents the nice knives that I was gifted by nice people in the knife community. A new one, I haven't even reviewed this yet, and I'm not even that sure it will be a safe win. This is a Spyderco Schmuck, and it represents sort of one of my first expensive Spydercos. I'm really not that into Spydercos, and I know a lot of you people, especially my US friends, you love Spydercos, and I get it from especially when the ergonomic of most Spydercos. I'm just not that fond of the. Oh, there's a bit of crud on this one. I'm just not that fond of the sort of the blade style of most Spydercos, and the good thing is that there are so many other knives that you can choose from instead. But this one actually spoke a little to me. The hole is not that prominent, which is a good thing for me. It is a button lock. I like button locks a lot, and a very ingenious opening system with that sort of corner, which makes it both a front flipper, or I might do it on camera, front flipper, and a normal flipper, which is kind of nice as well. For now, safe queen, because yeah, I have to review it and I'm not sure if it's gonna stay a safe queen, because it is a very nice carry, but we'll see. For now, at least, it is. And just for the sheer value of it, the Scarra, the North Arm Scarra 2, an amazing knife. It's not that the materials are, it's 35 VN and mostly carbon fiber, but the build quality, the action, everything is so extremely nice. As you can see, drop shotty, a very light blade, still drop shotty, and it is a very light knife. And at the end of the day, I think this one is about the only one the only knife that will sort of retain its value. Most of it, if I was to sell it, I would sell it with loss, but these are actually increasing in value. Not that I really want to get rid of it, but I know that this is about the only investment that I have in knives, at least to my knowledge. Very, very nice knife, and I enjoy it so much. I have carried it just lightly, and I just like to. It's a nice fidget knife as well. Then a art knife, and this is a bit of a special knife. Got it from my friend, a little older channel in Austria, and shout out to him. He has not been well for a while. I do hope he comes back. He sold me this knife, which would be around $500. He sold me at an extremely nice price. I won't get into that, but let's just say that it would be less than half that value that I actually got it for. Mokutai inlay, very nice. The blade steel is CTS 204P, and it's sort of the murder dark look. And if we can get close enough, it's actually a limited edition of this knife. It is number 284 out of 400, and for that reason I think it's worth keeping nice and pristine. I don't know if it's ever gonna have any particular value above what it cost originally, but to me it does, and it has some sentimental value because of my friend, a little older. And last but not least, the Novice Viper, front flipper with a very nice blade shape, and it would be, maybe not that much of a safe. Yeah, it is a safe win. I don't use it that often, but when I do, it is an extremely nice knife. Very, very versatile, and sits very well in hand. But it is also an expensive knife, and I do like to keep it sort of as little scratched as possible. Also, carbon fiber. I do like the real carbon fiber, and could have had a little bit better action, but that's just a thing. But I like to keep this, and it will definitely stay in my collection. So at least, if not a safe win, then safe. It's safe in my collection for sure. Very nice knife. I enjoy that a lot. And then a bit of a special one. It has absolutely no value whatsoever, except for the sentimental value. This is my knife I bought in Africa when I was a UN soldier in Africa a long time ago in another life, but it just reminds me of great times, great friends, and very, very fun and challenging times. So, as I said, I think it's a companion or something. Absolutely no value except for the sentimental one. I will never get rid of this knife. Then there's almost no more room, so I think we'll stop with the last one. And that will be a bit on a negative note, because this one I can't really get rid of. I can't sell it, I can't gift it away, I can't do anything. This is the artisan tradition. And the reason I can't do anything of that with it is, it's actually a flaw. It will just stay in my collection to remind me to always check out my knife properly before. I never did a review on it, but I was intending to, but I was way behind with my reviews, and I've carried this, but I haven't really tested it properly, and then I realized that it had a bit of up and down blade play, and then I realized it had the lock rock, and then I actually realized that you could do like this, and the lock fails, and I can do that consistently. And I think as a reviewer, you have to remind yourself sometimes to test things really properly before you talk to other people about it. I should have tested this a bit more, then I might also have been able to send it back. So this is an expensive reminder, always to check things properly. As I said, a reminder. So I hope it's okay to stop on a bit of a negative note. The rest of the knives I truly love, and for one reason or another, I'll never part with those. But this, yeah, I can't really do anything with that either. I can throw it out, or I can hang it in front of my eyes here to remind me to check my stuff properly. And with this, and a shout out to the knife beater for starting this sort of tag or video thing, whatever. Have a nice day, evening, and for all of you, Happy New Year, and have a nice 2020. Bye bye.